Your bread might be slowly poisoning you. And the worst part? The company's making it know exactly what they're doing. That innocent-looking loaf sitting in your kitchen contains ingredients banned in Europe, Canada, and China. We're talking about chemicals linked to cancer, ADHD in children, and diabetes in lab animals. But here in the United States, they're perfectly legal. I'm going to walk you through 7 bread brands you need to avoid immediately and show you 2 brands that prove bread can still be real food. By the time you finish reading this, you'll never grab the same loaf again. Wonder Bread, the yoga mat chemical. Wonder Bread built an empire on nostalgia. Those colorful polka dots, impossibly soft white slices, the promise to build strong bodies 12 ways. Open the ingredient list today, and you'll find azotocarbonamide. Here's what they don't tell you. This chemical is used to make yoga mats and shoe soles. The same substance that goes into rubber manufacturing is in the bread you're feeding your children. When heated during baking, it breaks down into semicarbazide and urethane, both classified as carcinogens. The European Union banned it. Australia banned it. But here in the U.S., the FDA permits up to 45 parts per million. Why use it at all? It makes dough easier to handle, speeds up production, and costs less. Your health isn't the priority. Their efficiency is. Squeeze a Wonder Bread loaf right now. Feel how it compresses like a sponge and bounces back? Real bread doesn't do that. This softness comes from the Chorleywood process, where bread is made in 3 hours instead of 12 to 16. High-speed mixers beat air into dough violently, destroying natural gluten structure. Your digestive system works harder. That bloated feeling after sandwiches? That's your body struggling with chemically accelerated bread. Wonder Bread also contains calcium propionate, linked to behavioral issues in children. A study in the Journal of Pediatrics and Child Health found that children with ADHD symptoms given bread with calcium propionate showed worse behavior. Remove the preservative and symptoms improved. The bread marketed to children makes children's behavior worse. The flour is enriched bleached flour, stripped of nutrients, bleached with chlorine dioxide, then synthetically fortified. This bleaching creates alloxin, the same compound scientists use to induce diabetes in laboratory rats. Sodium hits 230 milligrams per slice. 2 slices equal 460 milligrams, nearly a third of a child's daily limit. Wonder Bread isn't food. It's industrial foam held together with chemicals banned in other countries. Nature's Own, the natural deception. Nature's Own screams healthy choice with earthy tones and wheat imagery. The word Nature's suggests wholesome ingredients. Flip the bag over and reality hits hard. Nature's Own means nothing legally. It's not regulated or certified. It's pure marketing designed to trick you. Check their honey wheat bread and you'll find datum, a synthetic emulsifier shown to disrupt gut bacteria. Your gut regulates your immune system, mental health, and digestion. Mess with that balance daily, and you're affecting your entire body. Studies link these emulsifiers to inflammatory bowel disease, metabolic syndrome, and leaky gut. Nature's Own contains high fructose corn syrup. Why does bread need HFCS? It makes it sweet and triggers addiction-like brain responses, so you buy again. HFCS is linked to fatty liver disease, obesity, and metabolic syndrome. The flour is enriched wheat flour, started as whole wheat, stripped of bran and germ, bleached white, then synthetic vitamins added back. Your body doesn't absorb synthetic vitamins like real nutrients. Nature's Own uses soybean oil, highly processed, and loaded with omega-6 fatty acids that promote inflammation. Chronic inflammation contributes to arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, and Alzheimer's. Unless it says organic soy, you're eating GMO soybeans sprayed with glyphosate, linked to cancer. The glycemic index sits at 72, nearly as high as pure sugar. Blood sugar spikes, insulin floods, and you crash within 2 hours. You're paying more for better marketing, not better ingredients. Sara Lee, the inflammatory oil bomb. Sara Lee built its reputation on softness. That signature texture isn't from quality or careful baking. It comes from chemicals and industrial violence. Open a package and tear a slice. Notice how it pulls apart in perfect threads like cotton candy? Real bread doesn't do that. This artificial texture comes from the Chorleywood process, where dough is mixed at high speeds for minutes instead of hours, destroying gluten structure. To compensate, Sara Lee loads bread with soybean oil. This makes it feel moist and soft, and it's incredibly cheap. But soybean oil is one of the most inflammatory oils you can consume, loaded with omega-6 fatty acids. The ideal ratio is 1:1 or 4:1 omega-6 to omega-3. The average American consumes 20:1. That imbalance drives chronic inflammation throughout your body. This isn't acute inflammation from injury. This is low-level constant inflammation that damages cells, tissues, and organs over years, contributing to arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and cancer. Sara Lee uses calcium sulfate and monocalcium phosphate as dough conditioners. Calcium sulfate is literally plaster Paris. It speeds production and increases profits but destroys nutrition. The bread contains 2 grams added sugar per slice. 2 slices equal 4 grams before you put anything on it. Add peanut butter and jelly, and you're eating cake for lunch. Eat Sara Lee for breakfast at 7, and by 8:30 your blood sugar has spiked and crashed. The glycemic index hits 73. By 10:30 you're starving again. This is blood sugar chaos engineered by ingredients. Leave it on your counter 3 weeks and it won't mold, just gets drier. Preservatives made it biologically dead. Pepperidge Farm, the premium illusion. Pepperidge Farm sits on the top shelf with sophisticated packaging and old-world aesthetics. It costs $4 to $6, sometimes double other brands. Everything screams premium quality. Flip over their farmhouse white and read ingredients. Enriched wheat flour, water, sugar, yeast, soybean oil, salt, calcium propionate, monoglycerides, datum, calcium sulfate, soy lecithin. This ingredient list is virtually identical to budget brands. Same soybean oil causing inflammation. Same calcium propionate linked to ADHD in children. Same synthetic emulsifiers disrupting gut bacteria. Pepperidge Farm charges premium prices for budget ingredients in prettier packaging. Some varieties contain caramel coloring that produces formethylamidazole. Studies link 4-MeI to cancer in lab animals. California's Proposition 65 requires warnings because it's listed as a possible carcinogen. The deliberate deception bothers me most. Sophisticated packaging, higher shelf placement, and nostalgic branding create an illusion of superiority. But examine actual ingredients, and you find the same problematic compounds as the cheapest bread. You're not paying for better ingredients. You're paying for marketing and brand perception. The glycemic index is still 71. Blood sugar still spikes and crashes. Inflammatory oils are still there. Their farmhouse whole wheat lists enriched wheat flour first, which is white flour. Whole wheat flour listed second means primarily white flour with some whole wheat for marketing. Real whole wheat bread lists whole wheat flour first. Arnold or Oro Wheat, the whole grain fraud. Arnold Bread built its brand on whole grains. Packaging covered in grains and seeds. Labels promise 100% whole wheat and position it as healthy. But Arnold's whole grain claim is reconstituted fraud. Real whole grain bread uses flour containing the entire wheat kernel, bran, germ, and endosperm, all ground together, never separated. Arnold doesn't do this. They mill wheat and separate components. Bran goes one way, germ another, endosperm becomes white flour. Later they add back some bran and germ. This isn't the same as whole wheat flour, never separated. When you strip and recombine grain components, you destroy nutritional value and natural structure. It's like squeezing an orange, separating juice from pulp, adding pulp back, and calling it whole orange. Parts are there, but natural structure and nutritional integrity are gone. Arnold's Country Classics whole wheat lists whole wheat flour first, which sounds good until you understand it's reconstituted. Third ingredient is sugar. Why does whole wheat bread need added sugar? To mask lack of natural flavor from proper fermentation. Some Arnold varieties contain potassium bromate, classified as a possible carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. When heated during baking, most converts to potassium bromide. Most, but not all. Residual amounts remain, and cumulative effects of eating this daily for years are unknown. Potassium bromate is banned in the EU, Canada, Brazil, and China. It's legal in the U.S. through loopholes. The FDA urged bakers to stop using it in 1991, but didn't require it. Arnold continues using it because it increases efficiency and profit. For diabetics choosing Arnold for whole grain, you're still getting blood sugar spikes. The glycemic index at 69, lower than white bread 75, but still high enough for insulin problems. Store brands, the 50-cent mystery. Every major retailer has store brand bread. Walmart's great value. Kroger, Target's good and gather. Bottom shelf prices sometimes hit 50 cents per loaf. Ever wonder how bread costs 50 cents when coffee costs $5? The math doesn't work unless something is very wrong. American wheat sells for $5 to $7 per bushel. Add milling, processing, baking, packaging, shipping, and distribution. All cost real money. So how does a store sell bread for 50 cents in profit? They're not using quality wheat. They're using the cheapest possible flour from the lowest sources. Store brand bread uses reject wheat that didn't meet quality standards. Higher contaminants, broken kernels, inconsistent protein. Sold at deep discount to manufacturers who only care about price. This wheat is milled using industrial rollers generating heat that destroys remaining nutrients. It's bleached with chlorine and enriched with synthetic vitamins your body doesn't absorb like natural nutrients. Store brands contain highest preservative levels allowed by law. Calcium propionate at maximum limits. Real bread molds in 3 to 5 days. Store brand lasts 3 weeks because preservatives made it biologically dead. Check great value ingredients and you'll find modified wheat starch, created by chemically altering starch with acids, enzymes, or radiation. Modified starches cause digestive issues like bloating, gas, and irregular bowels. Store bread contains less than 1 gram fiber per slice. Your body needs 25 to 30 grams daily. Lack of fiber means slow intestinal transit. Toxins aren't eliminated, leading to constipation and bloating. Long-term low-fiber diets linked to colon cancer and diverticulitis. Sodium hits 180 to 220 milligrams per slice. For slices equal 900 milligrams, nearly 40% of daily limit. Glycemic index reaches 75 or higher, actually higher than pure sugar at 65. If bread costs 50 cents, ask how that's possible. Real ingredients cost real money. Impossibly cheap prices mean corners cut somewhere, usually ingredient quality and your health. Schmidt's Old Time, the carcinogen cocktail. Schmidt's Old Time bread combines everything wrong with industrial production. The name with why spelling evokes nostalgia. Vintage packaging suggests traditional methods and wholesome baking. It's all a lie. Schmidt's contains some of the most problematic ingredients in mass-market bread. Schmidt's uses potassium bromate, classified as a possible carcinogen, banned in the EU, Canada, Brazil, and China. They continue using it because it makes production efficient despite cancer risks. Sodium content is among the highest of any brand. Schmidt's 647 wheat contains 240 milligrams per slice. 2 slices equal 480. For slices equal 960 milligrams just from bread. Excessive sodium damages blood vessels, raises blood pressure, overworks kidneys, and leaches calcium from bones. For seniors managing hypertension, this is dangerous. For kids, it establishes harmful taste preferences. Schmidt's uses enriched bleached flour, stripped, bleached, synthetically fortified. Bleaching creates alloxin, the compound scientists use to induce diabetes in lab animals. Contains high fructose corn syrup, making it sweet, so you develop cravings. HFCS links to fatty liver disease, obesity, and insulin resistance. Some varieties contain TBHQ, a preservative also used in biodiesel, lacquers, and varnishes. Studies link TBHQ to DNA damage and increased tumor incidence in lab animals. Schmidt's uses a Chorleywood process, producing bread in under 3 hours. Traditional bread requires 12 to 24 hours because natural fermentation develops flavor and breaks down difficult-to-digest compounds. Schmidt skips all that for speed and profit. For diabetics choosing Schmidt's wheat thinking it healthier, glycemic index is still 71. Blood sugar spikes and insulin chaos follows. They're weaponizing emotional connections to sell products containing probable carcinogens, inflammatory oils, excessive sodium, synthetic preservatives, and blood sugar-disrupting refined flour. The real bread, Dave's Killer Bread. After everything covered, you might think real bread doesn't exist. But two brands prove bread can still be actual food when companies care about ingredients over profits. Dave's Killer Bread was founded by Dave Dahl, who spent 15 years in prison before joining his family's bakery. He decided if he was making bread, he'd do it right. No shortcuts, no chemicals, no deception. Most importantly, it's USDA certified organic. No synthetic pesticides, no GMOs, no artificial preservatives. Third-party verification. Organic wheat, not sprayed with glyphosate. Organic soy, not genetically modified. Organic grains, not treated with chemical fumigants. Look at 21 whole grains and seeds ingredients. Organic whole wheat flour, water, organic cane sugar, organic cracked whole wheat, organic rolled oats, organic sunflower seeds, organic flax seeds, organic barley, organic triticale, organic millet, organic rye, organic cornmeal, organic oat fiber, organic brown rice, sea salt, organic wheat gluten, organic sesame seeds, organic pumpkin seeds, organic quinoa, yeast, organic cultured wheat flour. Every grain organic. Every seed organic. Even sugar is organic cane sugar, not HFCS. Cultured wheat flour is natural preservative from fermented wheat, not calcium propionate. No azotocarbonamide, no potassium bromate, no datum, no soybean oil, nothing artificial. Dave's contains 5 grams protein and 5 grams fiber per slice. More protein than an egg, more fiber than most get from entire meals. Texture is denser, more substantial, requires actual chewing. Taste is complex. Individual grains identifiable. Nuttiness of wheat, sweetness of oats, earthiness of rye. Real grain flavor, not chemical enhancers. No artificial preservatives means it lasts 5 to 7 days before mold. That's normal. Real bread does this. For diabetics, lower glycemic index around 55 versus 75 for white bread. Whole grains, seeds, and fiber slow digestion and prevent insulin chaos. Yes, Dave's cost more. $5 to $7 per loaf versus $1 to $3 for industrial bread. But you're paying for organic ingredients, transparent sourcing, and food that actually nourishes. The ancient solution, Ezekiel 4 verse 9. If Dave's represents modern organic done right, Ezekiel represents ancient methods nourishing humans for thousands of years. Ezekiel 4 verse 9 is based on Bible recipe. Take wheat and barley, beans and lentils, millet and spelt. Put them in storage jar and use them to make bread. That's exactly what Food for Life does. No modifications, no industrial shortcuts. Just sprouted grains combined like ancient cultures did. Here's what makes Ezekiel fundamentally different. It's not made from flour. Every other bread starts with flour. Grains milled into powder, reconstituted with water. Ezekiel uses sprouted whole grains. Grains soaked until they sprout, then combined into bread. No milling, no flour, just sprouted living grain. Why sprouting matters. When grain sprouts, it activates enzymes breaking down starches into sugars, proteins into amino acids, fats into fatty acids. This predigestion makes nutrients more bioavailable. Sprouting increases vitamin content. Vitamin C, B vitamins, amino acids all increase because grain becomes more nutritious preparing to grow. Sprouting reduces phytates that bind minerals preventing absorption. Sprouting breaks down phytates, allowing body to use minerals. Check Ezekiel original ingredients. Organic sprouted wheat, filtered water, organic sprouted barley, organic sprouted millet, organic malted barley, organic sprouted lentils, organic sprouted soybeans, organic sprouted spelt, fresh yeast, sea salt. 9 ingredients. All organic, all sprouted. No flour, no sugar, no oil, no preservatives, no chemicals. Ezekiel is in frozen section. 0 preservatives means only way to keep fresh is freeze. Frozen storage is good sign. Real food that will spoil, unlike industrial bread, lasting 3 weeks chemically treated. Texture dense and substantial, requires real chewing. density from whole sprouted grains, not chemical conditioners. Toast Ezekiel and it becomes crispy outside, moist inside. Sprouted grains develop nutty, earthy flavor. Nutritional profile exceptional. 5 grams protein and 3 grams fiber per slice. Complete protein containing all 9 essential amino acids, rare in bread. For diabetics, Ezekiel has lowest glycemic index around 36 versus 75 for white bread. Sprouted grains and no added sugar mean blood sugar rises slowly instead of spiking. Contains no added sugar whatsoever. Slight sweetness from natural breakdown during sprouting. Sodium low at 75 milligrams per slice versus 200 in industrial bread. Yes, Ezekiel costs more at $5 to $6 per loaf, but you're paying for most nutritionally complete bread available. Organic sprouted grains, complete protein, low glycemic index, 0 chemicals. This is bread is made for thousands of years before industrial processing. What humans ate to build civilizations. The choice is yours. From yoga mat chemicals to sprouted biblical grains, you now know what's hiding in those plastic bags. Most bread isn't actually bread. It's industrial foam engineered for profit, chemically accelerated, synthetically preserved, loaded with compounds banned in multiple countries. But real bread exists. Dave's Killer Bread proves you can make organic bread at reasonable prices. Ezekiel 4 verse 9 proves ancient methods still work. Go to your kitchen right now. Take out every loaf and read ingredient lists. See azotocarbonamide, potassium bromate, datum, high fructose corn syrup, or list longer than 15 items. Get rid of it. Replace with bread having fewer than 10 ingredients you recognize. Real organic whole grains, actual seeds, no chemicals. Your body will notice within a week. Better digestion, stable energy, no bloating, no crashes. The goal isn't never eating bread. The goal is eating bread that's actually bread, not chemical foam, designed to maximize profits at your health's expense.